If you have an anxious attachment style and you find it hard to not people please, I'm going to tell you exactly why that is. You're not crazy. And it's because you have learned to work for love. You probably were in a situation as a young person or a child where your caregiver, parent, or someone who was raising you, someone that you've been around who modeled behaviors, was the representation of love. You were taught to work for love, earn connection through doing something rather than just being yourself, right? So when you are probably overthinking about getting a text message or overthinking that someone's not responding to you, or for example, you feel abandoned by someone, it's because you feel like you're having to do something to keep them around, or the lack of attention from them equates to your self worth of not being worthy of someone to reach out to, worthy of someone maintaining connection with, right? So you go out of your way, you overextend, you make yourself available to people who are not emotionally stable, emotionally available, to people who are protective of your energy. You feed off of that inconsistency because that is the norm for you. That's the norm for you. And so the people that are going to be helpful for you to break those patterns are going to be people that show up, people that don't require you to do anything for you to have a connection with them, people that don't require you to earn their love. Distance does not mean danger, right? Space from someone does not mean abandonment. Silence does not mean rejection. The right people are not going to require you to chase them. And I challenge you to not overextend yourself to others and see who shows up for you, regardless. Those are the type of people you need. You need people who bring stability. You need people who show up without requiring something from you. You need people who are going to be able to just let you be, right? And you don't have to put on a mask or perform or act in a certain way to keep them around. Those are the type of people you need in your corner to also work through your anxious attachment style as well. The thing that's going to help you move past those things is really continuing to be aware of how you are responding, being aware of how you are being treated. Start to notice what's going on, be self aware. And that's going to require you to pause, notice what's going on, check the facts, check the evidence, right? And as you're pausing, before you react, what are you doing to regulate yourself? Are you doing anything to internally reassure yourself? Because that internal reassurance is going to be what you're going to need to stop seeking that reassurance from outside, right? What are you telling yourself? What are you feeding into yourself? What is that self talk? Are you going to be telling yourself, I'm safe? I'm not in that reality anymore? Okay, I don't have to do anything to receive love. I'm worthy of just being me. What are you feeding into yourself to build that internal reassurance so you don't have to seek for it outside? So you don't have to chase. You don't have to chase that person anymore. And then when you've regulated them, how can you then react? You're regulated, you're calm, you're reassured. How are you going to react? Are you still going to be able to, do you still need a chase? You don't need that. You can do that. You can do it. Again, you don't have to chase nobody. And you're worthy of love. You're worthy of connection. And there are people out there that will not require you to do anything for it. Others, I challenge you, if you are a people pleaser, to try not to overextend yourself. Engage with people in a way that you're not doing too much and see who shows up for you. See who sticks around when you don't overextend yourself.